Good evening. With a look at Radio Cayman's local sports, I'm Dionne Anglin. As Radio Cayman broke the big news on Tuesday, national athletes, swimmer Jillian Crooks, sprinter Shalissa Ray and gymnast Regan Rutty will get their very first Olympic experience next month. These three athletes are at the top of their game in their sport, and because of this, they received an invitational spot from the Olympic Games Tripartite Commission to represent the Cayman Islands at the Tokyo Summer Games. Lori Powell, president of the Cayman Islands Olympic Committee, explains.
Basically, the smaller countries, as you probably know, they have these universality spots. And, for example, both swimming and athletics, they offer a male and a female. It's always standard. And then there's some other spots that become available that you can apply for. So we applied for, I think you might remember the last Olympics, Florence Allen went in sailing. She got one of the universality spots for that. Have to have competed at a certain level. Sometimes you have to have a certain amount of points, depending on the sport you're in. And then the board will see which, they might not have exactly 100% qualified, but they're at such a level that they feel that they should give some of the smaller countries the opportunity to compete.
Tripartite commissions are primarily used to select athletes to be invited to compete at the Olympic Games through special invitational quota places intended to improve universality, gymnast Regan Rutty being one of them.
Every Olympics, we're allowed a male and a female in swimming and in athletics, whether we have them qualified or not. So they will automatically get a universality spot, whereas some of these other sports, it's, not as compulsory as those two. Those are the two core sports, athletics and swimming. So, Regan just fit and had everything in order to represent Cayman for us. So we were just waiting to get this news because I have to wait until the qualifying process is finished. So if anybody who's been following the gymnastics, the U.S. Olympic Committee just picked their team recently. So then after that, then they start handing out some of the universality spots, and we were lucky to get one.
Lori Powell, president of the Cayman Islands Olympic Committee. The Cayman Islands Gymnastics Association president is thrilled about the news of Regan. Tony Pinkerton says this is a dream come true for her and a big accomplishment for the association.
We are so pleased to receive the news from FIG and the CIOC that Regan was awarded the universality spot for women's artistic gymnastics in Tokyo. Gymnastics is a relatively new sport in Cayman, and we were only recognized by our continental and international sport federations in 2013. So in less than 8 years, we've pretty much gone from zero to Tokyo in the international arena. We've progressed from island games to continental championships to world championships and to major multi-sport games. It's really exciting to follow the development of the sport in such a short time. We know that Regan's worked really, really hard through COVID and in the build-up to Tokyo, and we wish her the very best in these games. We're all very excited.
Rutty makes history being the first Caymanian gymnast to represent the country at the Olympics, and she's forever grateful for the opportunity.
I just want to tell everyone thank you so much for allowing me to represent our country on the biggest stages in the world, and that I actually will be able to represent on the biggest stage in the world. I couldn't do it without the love and support from everyone in Cayman, especially my parents. Thank you for allowing me to go after my dream and finally achieve it.
The 2021 Olympic Games will be held on Friday, July 23rd through Sunday, August 8th. Moving on to basketball, Coach Edwin Pellet-Rosa and his CIS squad has made the Big Four of the National PWC Under-16 Boys Basketball Semifinals. Cayman International School began the league a bit shaky, being physically younger than the other teams. However, as the tournament progressed, CIS has shown improvement in their agility and their knowledge of the sport, which has helped them to earn a spot in the semifinals. Coach Ed says they're looking forward to the challenge going forward.
Well, the improvement means a lot to me. I understand that at this stage now is the boys' first time playing in a real competitive league. So my focus with the guys this season is teaching them how to compete. I'm not necessarily worrying about winning, but understanding and learning how to compete in an intense environment, in intense gaming, just in the game of basketball. So winning hasn't necessarily been our focus. It's just about the guys just following instructions, developing their skills, developing their toughness, and just basically learning how to compete at this early stage in their basketball career.
And I know you guys are going into the Big Four for the semifinals. First time for these boys and for you in this league. Yeah. All right, so tell me, what are some of the things you're going to tell them to help them keep motivated in this league?
We pretty much had a taste of how all the league is playing. So now we're in the playoffs now. So these guys have an understanding of what to expect. Given the regular season, these guys' confidence definitely has increased and raised. So semifinals, hopefully it's going to be an exciting night of basketball for us because we know what to expect. We know the level of competition that we're playing against. And after the experience that the guys had in the regular season, they're excited and poised for the playoffs.
Even though this is a learning experience for CIS, it's important to give them credit for how far they have come in the league. Most of the CIS players are very young and can still play in the Under-16 league for the next 2 to 3 years. So rest assured that you would see dominance as they continue to participate. That'll do it for Radio Cayman's Local Sports for this evening. I'm Dionne Anglin.